Hi everybody and welcome back to another video. I think that this one might actually just be my most exciting video yet. In this video, I'm going to take you through the whole process of how I made my first ever enamel pin. If you're not familiar with what enamel pins are, they're basically just little decorative pins made of metal and hardened enamel. They are so cute and shiny, and personally I've wanted to make my own enamel pins for a very long time. But there are a couple of reasons why I've been a little bit cautious to embark upon the journey of making my own enamel pins. First off, you can't make these at home on your own or even have them locally outsourced. You actually need to have them outsourced overseas. I think the most common place to have them made is in China. So already this is a pretty big ordeal for smaller artists such as myself who make pretty much all of my products out of my bedroom studio. Not only do you need to have them outsourced, but you also need to order a pretty sizable minimum quantity. This is because every enamel pin requires its own custom metal mold, and in order for manufacturers to justify the time and the expenses into creating that mold, they usually will require you to order at least 100 pieces of any pin. So placing an order this large, plus shipping fees and potential custom fees, all of this can equal a pretty sizable cost for small artists and makers such as myself to worry about upfront. All that aside, I was very lucky because a company called Vogue Grace reached out to me wanting to do a collaboration, and they gave me the opportunity to create a custom merch item with them. And they have countless options on their website, but I decided to do an enamel pin. So first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to Vogue Grace for making this possible. This video is not sponsored or anything, but they did give me a coupon for the production of these pins. In this video, I'm going to show you the whole process of creating my custom enamel pin, all the way from concept to the final product. Let's go, shall we? First things first, I had to decide on one concept to turn into an enamel pin. I had about a million ideas rolling around in my brain, and I had to decide on only one concept. So I did what I always do when I can't make a decision on my own. I asked my patrons. I proposed 3 different ideas to them, and I let them pick their favorite. With their help, we were able to decide on one design. Here is the design that they ended up choosing. Look how cute! Secretly, I'm very happy that my patrons chose this little knife duck. I love him so much. Once we decided on a design, I went to work optimizing it so that we could then turn our little knife duck into an enamel pin. I needed to simplify the design quite a bit, as well as take note of some specifications to send to my manufacturer so that they would know exactly how I wanted the pin to turn out in the end. Here, I specified that I wanted my enamel pin to be hard enamel, which is different than soft enamel. I also chose the Pantone colors that best matched the original colors in my illustration. I decided that I wanted to go with a classic gold metal finish, and I decided that I wanted 2 pink rubber heart stoppers on the back, which is such a fun option, and I'm so glad that I could choose this. One thing worth noting as well is that the price of your enamel pin is going to go up depending on how many colors you use. So to save on cost, I decided to go with only 2 colors for this pin. It was a little bit tricky and limiting to work with only 2 colors, but also I really do like simplistic enamel pins, so it kind of worked out for me in the end. I was a little bit worried about how the knife would look, just because the knife would be metal and the outline of the pin would be metal, so I was worried that you wouldn't get that definition, but anyway, I decided to just send it. A lot of pin manufacturers will also give you the option to stamp your logo on the back of your pin, so I wanted to do this with mine as well, and I included in my notes that I wanted to have my LunaLoo heart logo stamped on the back of my little knife duck pins. After I created the design sheet showing the front and the back of my duck pin with all the specifications, I sent it off to the manufacturer. After sending the design to my manufacturer, I waited for a couple of days for them to get back to me with a proof. Once I approved the proof, we were all set to go and my pin went into production. At this point, I also asked my manufacturer if they would mind sending me some photos of my pin as it was being produced. I know that was a big ask though, so I told them only if they could, if they had time. And around after a month of me placing the order, my manufacturer sent me these photos. I was so excited to get a little sneak peek at how they were looking so far. I think I squealed. I definitely squealed. I also showed my patrons to keep them up to speed on this little project that we have been working on together. They sent me these photos, I think just a couple days before I got the shipping notification. And it took around a week or two for the order to actually arrive. So pretty quick considering it's coming from all the way across the world. Okay, so I do have the enamel pins here. They have arrived and I'm so excited to unbox them with you guys and do the grand reveal. I'm not going to do it quite yet because there is something else that we need to do first. First, I want to design a backing card. So I don't know if you are familiar with how enamel pins are usually packaged, but usually the enamel pins that I've seen come with a little backing card. And it's usually just something cute and fun. There's a little illustrated design on it or something like that. But it really just is like the icing on the cake of this whole thing. So I decided I wanted to make one too. The original concept of this pin is based off of a sticker that I made. I'll show you this sticker. It is this little duck holding a knife that says, "Love yourself or else." And so when thinking about how I wanted my backing card to look, I thought it would be fun to kind of play tribute to the original sticker. So I designed some backing cards. They're already here. I will show them to you. This is what I designed. It is just a very simple white background that says, "Love yourself or else." And then the little duck will sit right there in the middle. All right, well, we have the pins and we have the backing cards. I think it's time to unbox these and take a look at the final result. And there you have it, my first ever enamel pin. I just want to say a thank you to Vograce again for making this all possible by giving me a coupon. Like I said before, I don't think I would have embarked on this daunting journey to make my own enamel pin if I didn't have the help, so thank you very much. But yeah, overall, I am just completely obsessed with this pin. It is so pretty and it turned out even better than I thought it would. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really curious, and I really do hope that you enjoyed seeing this adventure unfold. It was so much fun for me, and I hope it was fun for you too. Also, if you're wondering, these will be making their way to my shop very, very soon. That being said, there are a very limited number of them, and they probably will not be made again. So if you want to make sure, or at least increase your chances of snagging one, I would definitely recommend checking out my Patreon because all of my patrons will be getting early access. But yeah, that's it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you again really, really soon. Bye!